DiamondsByTeeda here. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I love it when you guys come by and we can talk all things diamond painting and cross stitch or whatever we're going to talk about. So welcome to my channel where sparkle never goes out of style. And we definitely have sparkle going on here. My lighting isn't even very good and you can see the amount of sparkle that's coming on this painting. Today we are going to go do a WIP and chat. And for those of you that are not certain what WIP means, WIP is work in progress. So if you want to, you can pause the video for a second, go grab one of your projects. If you have several started or if you only have one, go ahead and grab it and we can work on it together. And I'll keep you company while you are working away. And also I grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or soda or something like that, and we can work on it together. Or maybe, you know, you've got a cross stitch or coloring or something, or maybe you are cleaning the kitchen. Like I'm looking into my kitchen right now and it's like, holy smokes, you need to finish cleaning that baby up. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You can see I'm making some really good progress on my lighthouse. This is a diamond art club that is called Sunset at Hasita Head. This is a real place here in Oregon. I've never been there, but I've looked up some pictures and it sure is a beautiful place and I hope I can visit it one day. We are going to be working on today. This roof, I think, is what I'm going to be working on. And then moving over. This is a pretty big painting. It's 89 centimeters by 70 centimeters. So it's pretty large. But it is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the colors. I love everything about it. I am so happy with it. But yeah, look at the sparkle. Isn't that great? It's wonderful. All right, so let me see if we can get us in position here. I'm going to be working on this little triangle symbol in this pretty color. And I am going to bring you in. And I think I need to move you over just a little bit. And people keep telling me that they like this zoomed in a little bit. So if I can get that whole area, it's about like that. I do have my light pad on so that I can see a little bit better. And yeah, we're gonna be working on all these colors. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm using my favorite tray right now, which is my Diamond Art Club tray. I love this tray. I'll back out just a little bit more so you can see it. Yeah, I love this tray so much. This is by far my favorite tray. I know this probably sounds really kind of weird, but textures or feeling of things, fabric, or just how something feels sometimes can bother me. And if I use anything that is 3D printed, just how that feels it just really bothers me. I can't even describe it. I don't know, maybe you guys have that same kind of thing with textures and feel of things, like socks. Socks need to be really smooth and soft. I could never wear wool or anything that was scratchy or, you know, anything like that. So this tray, I'm getting to a point, see, Squirrel thought, getting to the point feels really smooth and it's got a nice feel to it. That's where I'm going. And then also my pen. Oh, I shouldn't have backed you out, or I shouldn't have brought you in. Hang on a second. This is my mental health awareness pen. This one I had custom done. And I love it. It's for mental health awareness. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Not about the pen, but about mental health awareness. Because I had something that happened today that I'll talk to you about. Okay, now we can go ahead and start. How about that? 5 minutes in, and I'm actually starting to diamond paint. Now, I will be just single placing. And I'm going to do a little bit of a checkerboard pattern. In working with squares, sometimes a checkerboard will help you. It helps them keep it straight. But as you put your drills in, they kind of straighten up on themselves too. All right, so let's see, what do I want to talk about first? Well, my last WIP and chat, I was telling you I was hoping that I was going to go get to the store so that I could make a stew. Well, I didn't get everything done in the morning because, you know, I did my WIP and chat in the morning and I couldn't get it all done. So I didn't get my stew, which I'm still craving my stew. And I went to Walmart today. I'll tell you about that, but I didn't get any stew meat. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't get my stew and I'm sad. I really, really, really wanted my stew. But what I did make today, I'm kind of cooking it, I cooked it ahead. I could have cooked it later on for dinner, but I cooked it ahead because I was running out of time. But I made a flat iron steak and I didn't barbecue it because it's been raining outside, so I didn't barbecue it. I just did it, you know, on the stove in a skillet. And oh my gosh, is it delicious. So for dinner tonight, I'm going to have that steak and I'm going to have a sweet potato is what I'm going to have. I love sweet potatoes. They are so good. And Thanksgiving, I love the candied sweet potatoes with the marshmallows and all that. I love that a lot. I think I'm just almost too close. My pen keeps getting in the way. I'm going to back this out just a little bit. Let me see if that's a little bit better. I never seem to quite can get it exactly how I want it. So that's what is for dinner tonight, even though I already have it ready. I will eat that probably after I get done with this video and editing it and all of that. And then I'll have to take Gracie out for her walk. She'd rather go for a walk and do her business than just do it in the backyard. So we will go for a little walk. And I ended up, oh, I got to show you this, guys. This is so cute. I totally forgot about it. It isn't even on my list of stuff to talk about. Oh, squirrel thought. Squirrel, squirrel, you love it. You know you love my squirrel thoughts. Okay, I got to back this out so you can see it. So Gracie, she needs a sweater because she outgrew her sweater. Let's see if I can bring you out a little bit more. Okay, yeah, she outgrew her sweater. It was way too tight. And so I went on Walmart.com. Oh my gosh, it's got Gracie hair all over this. But I think you will get the idea of this. Oh, well, hang on a second before I do anything. I gotta cover this all up. Hold on. I don't want anything getting on this stuff. Hold on just a second. And I gotta get that one up there. And I gotta get this one over here. There we go. Now we can do it. Wait till you see this, guys. Look at the squirrels. Here's her sweater. And yes, it's really too big for her. But look at the squirrels. I could not pass this up. I know it's not girly, it's not pink or anything like that, but she has a squirrel sweater. And it does fit her. I mean, it's big, it's a little bit long, it hangs off her butt a little bit, but it's gonna keep her warm right now. So this is so cute on her. I had to get the squirrel sweater. And it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like, I don't know, like $6 and change or something at Walmart.com. And it, they had it to me like in 2 days. It was really, really quick. So that was cool. But she has to have a sweater. I bought another one today when I was at Walmart. And it's got the Velcro strap that goes underneath the belly, and then the Velcro strap that goes across the chest. But it fits just fine like around her chest, but around the belly it's like too big. I'm gonna have to have a little, oops, I put that on the wrong one. Hang on. Did you see me just place that wrong? I did. I placed that wrong. Did I place that one wrong? Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay. See, I can't talk and do this at the same time. So I'm going to have to do, have to add a little bit extra Velcro, and I'll show that when I get that finished up. So she's going to be set because she doesn't like the cold at all. And I'm keeping the house a little bit cooler to help, you know, conserve on the energy. So like at nighttime, you know, she sleeps up on my bed because she's spoiled. She's a princess, but I love her. All my dogs have slept on the bed with me. Even when we had several dogs, they would sleep up on the bed. But anyway, at nighttime, you know, she has her own blanket, and I cover her up with a blanket so she's cozy. But sometimes during the day, she gets cold in the house, and so I'm going to put her sweater on. So that is the update on Gracie. Oh, before I forget, since this is November 2nd, and we're at the start of a new month, and I've mentioned it a couple times that my Facebook group we do a theme every month, and this month it is forest animals, or you could think of it as whatever lives in a forest. So you could think of the typical things like, you know, bears and wolves and maybe a skunk or an owl or stuff like that. But you could also think maybe a little more outside the box. Maybe you have a fairy painting that you want to do. I think a fairy might live in the forest. Or maybe you have a castle. I think castles belong in a forest. You know, things like that. You can think outside the box. That's totally fine. So every month we do a theme in there. It's not an event by any means because there really is no rules. There's no prizes. There's no sponsors. It's just a theme, maybe to help you figure out what you want to diamond paint that month, or yeah, it's a lot of fun. So forest animals, before I forget, and I know I am not painting on the forest animals right now. I am trying to really work on this painting because it is so humongous that I'm trying to get it done by the end of the year. But because of my limited time, I can usually do 1 square a day during the work week. And if I'm lucky on the weekends, I can get 2 squares done. So if all goes well, you know, I should be able to get it done by the end of the year, if all goes well. But I am working on a Diamond Dots, the Bear and Cub. I am working on that, and I have it probably halfway done. But that's the first one that I am working on for the theme. And my next WIP and chat, I will do. I will work on one of the paintings. If I don't have the Bear and Cub finished, I'll work on it. If not, I will be working on another one. So that is that. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, I know. I want to bring back in my mental health awareness. Today I had to go into the UPS store today and drop something off. And when I went in there, there was this individual, this gentleman that was definitely in distress. He was in some sort of mental health crisis, it looked like. I mean, talking to himself, or to another person that wasn't there, just yelling obscenities, really, really bad obscenities. And, you know, when I went into the store, you know, they kind of apologized, and they said, you know, we'll be happy to, you know, walk you out to your car. And I said, you know, obviously he is in distress. You know, have you called someone that can help? Have you called either law enforcement? That's usually what we have to do around here. And sometimes they can bring out someone that kind of specializes, you know, in the mental health. I don't know if it's an officer that does that, or if they're actually bringing out, you know, some sort of social service or what. But here, and so that's what they were doing. They were calling to get him some help. Or an ambulance. I'm not quite certain. I don't know if he would go or not. I don't know if he was a danger to himself or others. But we are just in such a crisis here, at least in my area, and I think in many other areas of the country. We don't have enough, you know, mental health counselors and mental health help for people that need it, particularly people that are homeless or houseless. They need some help, and we definitely don't have enough counselors, at least in this area. We definitely don't. So anyway, I really hope that he was able to get some help, because it was very sad when, yeah, he was definitely in this crisis and he needed help. And I am not qualified to offer any type of help like that. So I'm just hoping that he was able to get help. So, and I've always said, this is just my opinion, you can take it for what it's worth. I think that everybody, you know, you have your primary care physician, you have your dentist, you know, you have what other, you know, medical, you know, people that, you know, take care of you. But I think everybody needs to have, you know, a mental health professional, you know, a therapist or counselor, or, you know, whatever you want to call them. I think it's really important. It's important to take care of your mental health. I think diamond painting is helpful because it's a form of mindfulness. So it helps to quiet, you know, thoughts, and it helps to relax you. For my one family member, you know, that is going through her cancer treatment, she tested her blood pressure before she diamond painted and then after she diamond painted. And she did that for a while just to see if it really does help with things. And it helped lower her blood pressure. So it was very, I mean, it is very helpful for her in this treatment that she's taking. So diamond painting, I think, is really, it's really good. And that could be, you know, other crafts too, as well. But we know that diamond painting does help, you know, relax you, and it's good for your mental health. At least that's what I think. So that's my blurb on mental health. What is next up? Oh, I didn't even start talking about thrifting today. I almost forgot to even talk about that. 21 minutes in and just now getting to thrifting. So today, there wasn't any garage sales. There was some estate sales that are being put on by companies that the families hire in, but they're so expensive. The prices are so expensive. Saturdays, usually they have like a half price sale, but even at half price, things are pretty expensive. So we did not go to any estate sales. We ended up getting a coffee at McDonald's, so I could have a little bit of caffeine to keep me going. And then we went over to Salvation Army, and we found, well, I found a bunch of stuff for my daughter, some clothes. Found some pretty sweaters and some pretty cardigans. And they were, most of them were like for 50 cents, because every Saturday they have a color that is only 50 cents. So that worked out great. We found all kinds of things that were 50 cents. Now, let me see, what was that? Oh, I'll give you the reminder. And if you're new to my channel, this will be new to you too. My sister has been finding some personal hygiene items that sell for what I think is a crazy amount of money. But you never know what people are going to pay for things. And I just wanted to remind you that she bought, what was that? It was Dial Basic Soap for sensitive skin or something. I'll put the listing up here somewhere for you guys. And she sold 3 bars for $42. That has been her biggest sale. She had, I think, 6 or 7 of the 3 packs, and she has sold them all for $42 each. And then remind you the dental floss. Remember the dental floss? That was Oral-B. Was it Oral-B with Listerine, cinnamon flavored dental floss? And she found 4 small, these were like the size that the dentist gives you, you know, when you're done with your teeth cleaning. And she sold 4 of them, I think it was for $40. And again, I'll put the listing up so you can see up here what it had sold. So just to remind you of that. Well, today we were over there and we found some Lux soap. And it looked very old. I don't know if it was vintage. I don't know how old it was, but it looks like it was an older type packaging. There were 2 bars that I think she picked up for, I don't know what it was. I think it was 50 cents or $1 for the 2 bars. I think something like that. And it's selling currently. There's sold listings for, I think it was $20 or $25. So we've listed that, or she's going to list that today. And then you guys, I mean, I've heard you like to hear the kind of stuff that she sold too. The other stuff that she sold, which again, blows my mind. I don't understand this at all. She sold 2 Right Guard deodorants. I don't know if it's deodorant and a perspirant. I don't know if what it matters. But again, I'll stick the picture up here somewhere too for you guys to see. She sold them for $24.99. I don't understand it, but somebody wanted that deodorant. Now, she didn't purchase that. She actually had them, they were her own personal one. Now, mind you, these are new. These are unopened, not used. These are all brand new items. So she sold that for, I think it was $24.99. And then she also sold, which I thought was really pretty, and I found this at Salvation Army for 50 cents, Princess House. Remember back in the day, we'd go to, you know, Princess House parties, and we'd see all the pretty stuff that they had. I love Princess House. I loved going to the parties. It was always a lot of fun. Well, I found this glass apple. Again, picture up here, somewhere up here. And it was so pretty. And it was 50 cents. It was the color of the day that day. And I think I found it, I don't know, maybe it may have been a month or 2 ago. It's fairly recently anyway. And she sold it for $24.99. So she had some really good sales. Yeah, really good sales. And then I know she bought some men's shoes today for 50 cents, and I can't remember what brands they were. So I might mention that next time when I remember what the brands are, or I'll find out from her what they are. So we had it was a good time. And then from there, we went to Goodwill, and she found the most beautiful sweater for herself. It was a brand new Torrid sweater. Oh my gosh, it was in the most beautiful, kind of like a light purple, lilac-y kind of color. And it had like lacy insets in the sleeves. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. Now this one was full price. She's buying it for herself, and I think she spent, I don't know, like $10. But if you know how expensive Torrid things are, they're very expensive. And it was such a pretty sweater. Yeah, gorgeous. And she found a few other things, other clothes to sell, but that's all that I can remember. But what I found, they were just wheeling out a cart for them to put away. And they always wheel out the cart and they kind of let it sit there for a little bit, you know, because people can go and, you know, shop off the cart. And let me show you this. It is so pretty. You know that I love my coffee mugs, right? And I'm always getting coffee mugs. And I love the pottery mugs, people that actually make it, you know, an artisan that has made it. Let me pull this out a little bit more so that you can see this. There we go. So let me show you this beautiful mug. Look at this color. Isn't that just beautiful? You know, and it's signed by the artist, obviously. Now, this is a big mug. This is gonna hold a lot of coffee. But it is just beautiful. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be expensive. It was $2.49 less my wisdom discount. So it ended up being what, $2.25, something like that. So I got this and I love it. I love, love, love it. Now, if you guys have any pottery like this, don't heat it in the microwave. You don't want to heat it in the microwave. But I thought this lavender, I am so happy with it, and it's really comfortable for the handle. So that was one thing that I bought for myself. They had no diamond paintings. They had no crafts. I didn't see any books. I mean, that was about it that I bought for me personally. But I am super happy with it. So I got that. And from there, then we went to the UPS store, and I told you that story already. And then we went to Walmart, and oh my gosh, it was so busy. I think it's because it's the first of the month. First of the month always seems to be a whole lot busier. And squirrel thought, random total squirrel thought. You know, my brother-in-law is diabetic, and he takes that Trulicity shot to help keep his blood sugars down. And that is one of the shots that they're using for weight loss right now. Well, he is not able to get that medication. Walmart can't get it right now because there's such a high demand for the weight loss, I guess. So he's having to call around to all the other pharmacies to see if anybody has it. I'm hoping Costco will have it because Costco is so big and they have such a huge buying power that maybe Costco will have it. I don't know. And I don't know what's going to happen if he can't find it. I don't know if there's something different that the doctor can prescribe or what. But that's kind of a scary thought. I don't know. In my mind, I think that the diabetic should have priority over just weight loss. Not saying that weight loss isn't important, because it is important. But it's scary thinking you can't get the medicine to manage your diabetes. So there is that. So that was my random little squirrel thought on that. Let's see. Oh, I didn't tell you about my adventure yesterday. Oh my word. I can't believe I did this. I don't know about this. Oh, before I go into that, I want to tell you about this really fast. So for all you guys that struggle, and I mentioned this before, with your ABs, oftentimes they get stuck, or they pull out your glue, or not your glue, your wax. Sometimes it's really hard. I've found that if you just touch it very, very gently to pick it up, you don't want to where am I at? Sorry, I'm out of camera. Hold on. You don't want to push down really, really hard. You want to just gently touch it to pick it up. And for me, oh shoot, hang on. I need to be up here. Hold on. For me, just barely touching it seems to really help. It's easier. So that is just one of the kind of tricks that I just kind of stumbled upon. So you might want to try that. So, in fact, I need a little more wax. Hang on. when it doesn't pick up, you need a little bit more wax. So anyway, yesterday, my adventure. It was, I mean, pouring rain. Pouring. Oh, gosh, and then it pulled it out. You know why that happened, guys? It pulled out the wax because it was very clean. So that's the other trick with your wax. You kind of have to dirty it up a little bit. Like you can, like just kind of rub it on your hand. Oh, if I had wax in there. Oh my gosh. What is going on with me today? Sorry about that. So you put your wax in your pen, and I kind of either just, you know, rub it on my hand a little bit like this. It kind of gets the oil on it. Or, you know, I can rub it on my pants a little bit, and that kind of dirties it up a little bit, and that helps. And then let's try this again. Hopefully this is going to work. And it's not going to pull out. All right. So yesterday, my adventure. Pouring rain. There was so much rain. The gutters, oh my gosh, they were overflowing. I mean, overflowing, just all over the place. And then when they start to overflow, you know, the water starts pushing up into the shingles of the house, which can damage the house. So I knew I had to do something. Now, the guy that was supposed to clean my gutters, he was waiting till my tree in the backyard lost all its leaves. Because there's no sense in cleaning the gutters if the leaves are just going to fly, you know, fall into it, right? So I hadn't lost all the leaves yet. So he wasn't there to do it. So I thought, well, I have to do something. So here I do. I drag out my ladder, climb up the ladder. You know, I have my jacket on, the hood covering me because, again, it is pouring rain. I've got these, the gloves, the nitrile gloves like that the doctors use. You know, I have those left over from taking care of my mom. So I have those on so I can, you know, grab all the leaves and all the nastiness that's in there. And I have 3 gutters that I had to clean out. And I'm going, oh, please don't fall. Please don't fall. I cannot fall. I cannot fall, you know. And I thought, well, I better at least put my phone in my pocket just in case, you know, I fall and I get hurt. You know, I'll be able to tell Siri to, you know, call for help. And oops, oh, it doesn't want to go in. There we go. So anyway, make a long story short, I was able to get them all clear. Now, I didn't clean like all the gutters. All I did was clean out the area by the downspout. Clean out all the leaves from that so I could open the downspouts up so that the water would drain. So hopefully I have it clean enough for the guy that's going to clean out my gutters. But that was just not, that was not a fun ordeal. And Gracie had no idea what I was doing. She was not going to go out in the backyard with me at all. Oh my gosh. And then I came in soaking wet. My jacket, it almost got wet through and through. I had to hang it up in the bathtub for it to kind of, you know, dry. So, yeah, we had that kind of an adventure. And, oh my gosh, what else from the rain? Oh, it was so windy. Like, yesterday was like how it normally is on Halloween night. Pouring rain, windy, cold. Yeah, and it rained all day long. So that was my adventure. I don't think that was probably the smartest thing that I've ever done, but I did. I tried to be very, very, very careful. And then, let's see, what else random squirrel thought. Oh, next week I have to drop my car off at the mechanic. Well, actually at the dealer, because I've got recalls on it that have to be fixed. And they say it's going to take 2 days. So I drop it off on Thursday, and they're telling me, oops, they're telling me I can pick it up. Oops, I can pick it up on Friday, but we'll see. Hopefully I can. But if I need a car, I can borrow one of my sister's. There we go. I think I still had you kind of in too close. There we go. I think that, oop, no, I got a couple more 2s. A couple more ABs. I love the ABs. They're so sparkly and pretty. But I tell you, touching it really lightly seems to really help for me. I mean, you don't want to like, you don't want to like bear down, you know, really hard. Because see, if I do that, it just doesn't like to pick up versus, you know, just the light touch. Now the light touch doesn't want to pick up. There we go. It's going to make a liar out of me. Anyway, oh, I missed some 2s. Speaking of 2s, let's put those in. So, you know, you can give it a try and see what you think. I have had one person tell me that it worked for them too. Oops, I got 2 drills. Oops. It fell. There we go. Takes care of that one. Well, I am at 42 minutes. Boy, the time goes by fast, doesn't it? I think that was about all that I was going to cover. I know I'm getting ready to buy the the Thanksgiving stuff. I'm making, I think I told you, I'm making chocolate pies because everybody wants chocolate pies. I'm making the candied sweet potatoes or candied yams. And I'm bringing stuffing. Now, I am not going to do homemade stuffing or dressing. I am just going to be doing stovetop. And what else am I bringing? The stovetop, candied yams, pies. Oh, Waldorf salad. My daughter wants Waldorf salad. And basically, I remember when I was a kid, I hated Waldorf salad when my parents would make it. I love it now. And the way that my parents made it, and I think this was my dad's grandma's recipe. So my great-grandma, you just, at least for us, you know, you cut up apples and celery and then pecans or walnuts, whatever nut that you want in it. And then the dressing, I still remember Mom telling me about this. The dressing is, you get a small saucepan on the stove and you juice the juice of a lemon, a juice of an orange, and a cup of sugar, and an egg. And you cook all of that together, and that makes the dressing. And once it's cooled down enough, you let it cool down on the pot on the stove, then you'll pour it over your fruit. Now, usually I make the dressing first, so it's all ready to pour over the apples so that they don't turn brown. And it's really good if it sits for just a little bit. You don't want to like serve it right away. If you can let it sit for, you know, an hour or so, it makes it even better. So I will be doing that too. All right, guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend just about 45 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day for right now because I'm going to have to get Gracie out for her walk before it gets too dark and before it starts raining anymore, because right now it's pausing in the raining. So I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, you know, whatever time zone you are at watching me. I hope I kept you company with whatever project you're working on. And thanks so much for watching my videos and supporting my channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you more than you will ever know. I so appreciate you. And remember, you're perfect exactly as you are. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. And do one thing today that your future self is going to thank you for. So take care, everybody. Let me back you out. I can't even wave goodbye to you because I'm too close. Back you out so you can see what we did. Oops, hang on. There we go. So we're moving over here, and I'm actually getting into the water. So, yeah, we're going to be getting into the water and the other part of the lighthouse. It really, really is beautiful. I cannot wait till it's done. Slow going, but I just have to look at one square at a time. One square at a time. So anyway, take care, guys. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. If you did enjoy this content, please consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, dropping me a comment, sending me an email, all that YouTube-y stuff. And I will catch you on the next one, okay? Bye, everybody. Take care.